What's going on, everybody? Malik again, back at it with another deck profile. Live at Versus here. We got the actual case tournament winner this time. You guys seen the other three profiles if you checked out the channel before. This is Tamir here. He's playing Burning Abyss. Been playing it for quite a while now that I can remember.
Since they first came out.
And as it shows, he knows what he's doing with the deck. So I mean, we can. Anything you want to say before we hop right into it, or?
No, let's go ahead and hop right into it. Alright, so first we ran double Max C.
That card's really good.
Yeah. Triple Terror Top. And 2 Takatomori. Most people run 1. I run 2, just mainly because after you've used the first special summon with your Terror Top and then you search the first one, when you later on draw into your second one, or your third one even, you still have the plus possibility in the deck still.
Right.
And then even after you've special summoned to make your first XYZ summon, if you summon Levier, you can go special summon the other one.
True.
And then we got the Phantom Knights, we got triple boots.
Ridiculous.
Double cloak. Double gloves.
And how is this ratio for you? I've seen a lot of people switching it up. I think I've seen 3 boots, 3 cloaks, 2 gloves. I've seen, I think 3-2-1 is the most common ratio from what I see. 3 boots, 2 of that guy, and 1 gloves.
For the most part, yeah, I've also seen the same ratio, but I personally would. The reason why I run 2 gloves is because he had Foolish Burials any of the Phantom Knight cards to the graveyard. So honestly, in my opinion, I think he's actually one of the better ones. So most people run 1, I run 2 just because I want to see it.
Right.
Then we got the Phantom, or no, sorry, the Burning Abyss engine. 3 Skarn.
And how is the 3 over the 2? I've seen a lot of players playing 2. How do you feel about the 3 versus 2?
Well, once again, I just want to see it, and because I'm also running 50 cards in my deck,
you can up the ratios a lot of your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Double Farfa.
How was 2 over 3? A lot of players said 3 was absolutely clutch this weekend.
I've seen a few people run 3. I run 2, and because I don't want to go over 50 cards, and I honestly just don't know what to take out of my deck because I feel like a lot of the cards in my deck are needed. But honestly, I've done very well with just 2. Honestly, I just think 3 could maybe break sometimes.
Right.
Double Libic. When Seer got hit to 1, I put in a second one of these to replace the Seer, just to have the more special summon. And then on top of that, negating the effects in your monster that you summon allows you to XYZ with the Phantom Knights or even the Speedroid engine. And then we got the one-ofs, we got Graph, Seer, Barbar, Calcab. And that's it for the Burning Abyss engine.
No Alec?
No Alec. Honestly, I thought about putting Alec in, but I just feel like with a lot of the cards being chainable with Alec, it just doesn't do too much. I just didn't like Alec.
Makes sense.
1 Fiendish Rhino Warrior. Some people do not run this card. I personally, every time I summon Tour Guide, he's the first one I go for, just because he's the wild card. He can send anything.
Yeah.
So I'll go into Dante, detach him, mill 3, and depending on what I mill, then we'll determine what I send with Rhino.
Alright.
And then the 1 Tour Guide. And that's it for the monster lineup. And then for the spells, triple Allure of Darkness.
Which is pretty broke for you guys.
Yeah. Triple Twin Twister. Some people run 2. I like 3 just because almost every card in the deck pluses when you discard it.
Right.
Then we got triple Pot of Desires.
Cards are broke, right?
It pluses, and some people that were running Desires in their deck were only running 2, but because I'm running 50 cards in my deck, I run 3.
Yeah, the ratios make sense otherwise.
This card I was not running in the tournament. I just decided to put it in today, just in case like you mill this or you mill the Terror Top. You play this, you bring it back, you can search out your other Takatomori. So that's another good reason to run 2 if you decide to run this card. 1 Regeki, 1 Foolish, 1 Dark Hole, Soul Charge,
How was that card for you? I don't see a lot of BA playing that at all.
That's actually another card I decided to put in before the case, or actually after the new list came out. Because Beatrice and Seer got hit to 1, I just figured just another way to bring back a lot of your grave and then go into your XYZ plays a lot easier. Or if like I get effect failure when summoning Tour Guide, or if I just need multiple XYZ and then the word to get over the opponent's board.
Right.
It actually won me game 2. It was my stream match against Pendulums. He was running Pendulums with Apex Avion Unicorn, and actually this card is what helped me get over that board. He used both of his effects, and then I used Soul Charge to bring everything back, and he just couldn't recover after that, after I used everything to get rid of his board.
Yep, that's how that card goes.
Then last spell card, Rhoda, to search out your Phantom Knight engine. For the traps, we got the Triple Strike, Triple Fogblade, 1 Solemn Warning, and 1 Vanity's Emptiness.
And the main is all 50.
Main is 50, mainly because of Pot of Desires. I actually, several times because of Pot of Desires, I've resolved maybe 2 of them. I got down to like my last couple of cards. Actually, just last week when I was streaming against Randall, I had 1 card left in my deck.
Yep.
After winning.
And was there anything I was gonna ask about that? How did the just the idea of the 50? I mean, Desires obviously wants you want to up the ratios. Mm-hmm. But what was the determining factor? I guess settling at 50 with the 3 Desires in there.
Well, that's actually a good question.
Just more draw power, or
there was a player. His name's Andrew. He when Desires first came out, he actually told me if you're gonna run 3, the ratio 4-3 is actually a 50 card deck. So I tried it out, and it just doesn't brick.
Yeah, it's been
pretty good.
It's been good ever since. So we can go into either side or extra, whichever one you want to go into first.
We can go in the extra deck first. All right, so we got Dante Pilgrim is your target for Beatrice most of the time. For the Break Sword, after using Break Sword's effect, my 2 targets are Dark Rebellion and Key Beetle. A lot of people question this card. I like it because it can protect your floodgates against specific decks that you need to keep. Specific decks that you need to keep your floodgates on the field.
Right.
Let's see. Oh wait, and then also actually a very important factor with this card. If your opponent does not control a monster, then Dark Rebellion is definitely not the best choice, and if you want to get your Phantom Knights in graveyard, he can at least get 1 of them in, so you can search out your Fogblade if you detach the boots.
Right.
Then F-Zero.
Card's busted.
It's really good. I've won so many games with that card. Beatrice.
That card sucks.
The Triple Dante.
Triple good over. I've seen some people wanting to switch to 2. I don't imagine you would ever do that. You got a 50 card deck, so situation's a little bit different here.
Almost every game I at least go into 2.
Yep.
So 3 is definitely needed. Then double Break Sword. 1 Levier. Nightmare Shark.
Steals games.
Steals games. And then the kill ratio, the kill range for this card is 2,900, not just 2,000 because of Barbar.
Right.
Let's see. Grand Pulse.
I've seen a lot of people going to that when they get cherried. It's like the first card they go into when they have 2 on 2 3s on board.
It's actually every time I got cherried, he was the first one I went to just because he has a 2,800 defense.
Right.
So it's hard, especially in the mirror match, for the opponent to get over it just by attacking. I mean, they can definitely get over it with Farfa, but if they don't have the Farfa, then they just cannot get over it unless they go into Break Sword or something.
Right. And even then, you're okay with the Break Sword hitting that card.
Yeah, because I usually have Fogblade face down, so they still can't get over it. Then my last 2, we got Giga Brilliant with Corbage. A lot of people questioned this card, but after they found out what it did, it actually came in pretty clutch. Especially in the mirror match, you can get rid of the Beatrice, Dante, or any defense position cards you just cannot get over. and then you can use his effect multiple times just by switching the battle position of something. So if like you attack with Dante, his effect will activate to go to defense mode. You can reattach the Giga Brilliant to this card to use it again next turn.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of players playing, I think it was Acid Golem and another card over the Corbage engine, which...
I personally think the Corbage is definitely the better choice, but it's just a personal player preference.
Yeah, definitely.
Next, we got the extra deck, or the side deck, sorry.
Yeah.
Double Vanity's Fiend.
Blow a card.
Really good against Blue Eyes, Mermail, Mirror Match, and then also Cosmo if anybody's still running it. Let's see. Also keeps your opponent from summoning the Kaijus against you. My tech cards were Lava Golem. Came in really good against the Blue Eyes matchup, and also came in good against the Mirror Match. It actually won me the Mirror Match in top 2.
Yeah, won the case tournament.
Yep. A lot of people were like, what the fuck were you running this card for? And then after they saw it win the tournament, like, what? How the hell did you win it with just Lava?
Yeah, that was a very weird situation.
But the main reason I put Lava Golem in was for the Blue Eyes matchup, because it's hard for me to get over Azure Eyes when they also have another like Blue Eyes or whatever else on board, because I cannot get over their I don't have enough attack, I can't target anything or destroy anything. So I thought Lava Golem being able to tribute the Azure Eyes and whatever other dragon they have on board definitely helped me win against the Blue Eyes matchup this last weekend. Then for mainly the Mirror Match, Flying Sea. Keeps them XYZ summoning. If they have Burning Abyss monsters on the field, you definitely plus off of this card. You summon this, they lose all their BA monsters.
And did you, I don't know if you played Ogre in the main, did you choose those over the, or not in the main, I'm sorry, the side deck. Did you choose those over Ogres, or did you play the Reapers, I'm sorry?
I actually did not play Reapers. I personally don't like Reapers. I mean, it's good only if you start out with it.
Right.
Just because if you draw it later on in the game, I've probably already gone into 1 or 2 Dantes, and it's pretty much pointless at that point.
Right.
But if they do open up with it, I mean, yeah, it definitely keeps me, or slows me down. I actually got hit with cherries in top 2 in round 2, and still ended up winning though. Then mainly for the pendulums, we got Spell Shattering Arrow. Gets around Sky Heiress while they have the scales, so you get rid of 3 cards with just the 1. And then they take 500 for each 1 cent. Also for pendulums mainly, or even Blue Eyes, double anti-spell. Also Blue Eyes or Mirror Match, Drowning Mirror Force. Also Cosmos.
I like the one of. If you see it, you see it.
If I could make room for a second one, I would definitely put in a second one. A lot of people don't ever see it coming. Fairy Wind, also for the Pendulum matchup. Then XYZ Universe for the Mirror Match. They summon Dante. If I have a Dante, I can send both to go into Beatrice or any other rank 3s that they go into. Mischief of the Gnomes, mainly Mirror Match. This
That's
card
pretty good against Blue Eyes too.
actually helped me win in top 2. Just because you could send it to the grave with Beatrice, and then you can activate during your opponent's turn, and then their entire hand becomes useless as far as going into XYZ plays.
Yep.
Or if you start out with it, then they go 2 turns without going into XYZ plays. And then we got the Chaos Trap Hole for the Mirror Match and Blue Eyes.
So how was, a quick question on the side deck, how was the ratio siding into the 50 card deck and actually seeing the side deck cards that you sided in?
Oh, I'm sorry, repeat the question.
So basically, it was basically like the ratios, a lot of these cards are a lot of 2-ofs and 1-ofs. Obviously, there's some 3-ofs in there. Are there any 3-ofs in there?
No, I didn't have any.
So everything is either a 2-of or lower. I was asking, how are the ratios siding into the 50 card deck actually seeing the cards that you sided in?
Well, for the most part, I guess I feel like I just got lucky in drawing into a lot of the side deck cards. I mean, yeah, 50 cards is definitely going to hurt your chances of drawing into your side deck cards, but I definitely saw most of them this last weekend, so I guess luck played its factor in that. But not every time you're going to draw into your sides, but a lot of the matchups that I had so many different cards that in my side deck to side against that deck, so I usually saw at least 1 or 2.
All right, just as long as you side a decent amount, you see a couple cards you should be able to play out.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is going to be the deck profile there. That's 50 card, Burning Abyss, PK, sided in Lava Golems, and Vanity's Fiends, and a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. And once again, a case tournament, Tamir here. The last case tournament, do you have any other case tournaments, like notable tops at all, or just this one?
This was my first case tournament.
Okay, so the first case tournament went EXO the entire day, EXO all the way through Swiss and the finals. And yeah, man, that is, I mean, pretty impressive. He's power rank #1. If you guys don't know what that is out here, it's something else that Versus does. You guys can probably check that out on the YouTube channel when that comes out. But any words from you? Any shout outs or anything?
Definitely shout outs to Fernando, and Oscar. I got the Lava Golems from them. I mean, they thought it was a pretty cheesy text for my side, but I got the cards from them, so I gotta definitely shout outs to them. Then shout outs to Versus for throwing the event, and great prize support. Great tournament, overall tournament. It had a great time.
And you got a flight, right?
Yeah.
You're going,
I had a choice between a game, one of 2 game consoles and the flight.
Yep.
And I chose the flight because I already have the Xbox, and I personally probably don't know if I'd play PlayStation.
Do you got anywhere you specifically planning on going? Any YCSs or anything like that?
There's a YCS coming up next month I'm thinking about going to. It's Minneapolis, yeah.
All right. Well, anything else you guys to say? Closing words?
All good.
All right, and that's the profile, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Case tournament went to Mir here. Looking forward to see what we do next. Upcoming in the VS scene. So definitely be sure to check us out on Facebook and our Twitters and all that other stuff. We stream live every day. And that's going to be the profile, guys. Thanks for watching.